Good morning, students. We are going to discuss about our second lesson, P block elements. There is periodic table. Why we are having this periodic table? You have studied already the uses of the periodic table. In periodic table, we can see so many characters of metals, non-metals, existence of metals, metalloids, radioactive elements. We can chemists, what they have done is they have separated elements based on their characteristics, and they grouped it together based on their bonding, etc. So based on their metallic nature or non-metallic nature, they have been split into 4 block elements in a periodic table. The first one is called S block elements. Why S block elements? They have only S in their orbital period. This second type is P block elements. Why P block elements? Because they have their configuration as ns to np. That is, they will have s orbital, p orbital. And another third type is D block elements. The D block elements will have s orbital, p orbital, d orbital. Another type of element, F block elements. F block elements are larger in number. Their electronic configuration is higher, and their atomic number is higher. So they will have s, p, d, f in their orbitals. So now we are going to discuss about P block elements. These are the P block elements, and what is so special about P block elements is that they are the smallest size of the first member. They have high ionization enthalpy, and these are the distinguishes of P block elements from the other elements. First, they have small size of the first member, that is helium. Second one, highest ionization enthalpy. Highest ionization enthalpy. They have high electronegativity. And of course, they don't have d orbitals in their valence shell. I have told you just now, students, why? Because they have only s and p in their electronic configuration. They don't have the third. This is s, p, d. So s, p, d. So the P block element, they don't have this d orbital. They will stop till p orbital. That's why they are called as P block elements. So they don't have d orbitals in their valence shell. They don't have p orbitals in their valence shell. And if you see this 13th group, this is 13th group: boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium, nihilium. In this 13th group, except boron, everything are reactive metals. This boron, this is a metalloid. Metalloid means combination of metal and non-metal. That is boron property. Only boron has this property. And if you consider this 14th group, that is basically it is called as carbon group. In this, carbon will combine with every other metal. It has multiple bond. Carbon has this multiple bond. Why? Because of this multiple bond, carbon will bond with any metal, non-metal, everything. but this bonding of the carbon or element with the other element, it decreases as we go down through the group. That is, carbon reactivity is greater than silicon reactivity, and it is greater than germanium, is greater than strontium, etc. So it goes down through the group. So carbon is the bonding element in the 14th group.